Welcome, welcome. Take a seat, take a seat. It's Roo, 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 Roo. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cringe in the next few years. But anyway, here I have 12 compressed minutes, hoping to satisfy your boredom and just take you down memory lane as I work on this art piece. So, as you can see, I started on the brown and I'm using oil pastel, by the way, and the brown for the brown skin girl, and I'm working on the hair. And yes, I do a lot of accents, so if I change, don't worry, it's me. I'm just having fun because it's just crazy out here in my head. Anyway, so I'm just getting the shading, putting in some white because there was like a lot of reflection and the sun was just hitting her real nice. So yes, doing the eyebrows on fleek, making sure that it's really nicely shaped, and getting the white so that there's that nice reflection so it doesn't look flat. Here you see me, those are her eyelashes, by the way, thick eyelashes, very nice. So as you can see, I was taking this from the worst angle ever, so my hand is just in the way, but I will realize later on in the video that wait, I could just have the camera on the other side. So you know what they say, when you didn't know better, you don't do better. But even sometimes if you do know better, you just don't do better. So here I am doing better. I turned it and here we go. So I'm doing the shading, putting in some gray. Don't ask me how I saw gray. I saw gray. So here my whole philosophy is just draw or color in or pastel in what I see. I learned this in high school. So I'm putting in the nostrils, fading it in so that just comes in nicely. There's the white, there's the brown, there's the colors. Yes. I don't know why, but I was really feeling it, and I really enjoyed doing this art piece. Now I'm doing more brown, voluptuous lips right there, making sure the details all in there, getting it all in there, the browns, yeah, and the whites and the pinks, and yeah. So now I'm just going to get that in using the darks for the shades that come in, because when light is on her, there's shadows that are created that give us this form. That's how we're not flat. Imagine if we were flat. Okay, sorry. Random question, but like, imagine if we were flat. It would just be like 2D. That's so weird. That is so hard to imagine. But anyway, so you see now how her lips are really coming out, and how the white that I used really makes it pop and gives it that reflection. So they on her cheeks, just so that there's that volume, so it shows it's more 3D and there's depth, as well as in the mouth. I'm using the blacks and the browns so that it reflects nicely. The pencil between the teeth so that it's smooth and it fades in nicely. Yeah, so at this point I think I changed the day. It was probably the next day, and I went outside and it was really nice and sunny, and this is a true representation of what it really looks like, because this one does justice to the art piece. It looks really nice. So at this point I had already done the lips. As you can see, I had volumized it and done the detail. I added an extra tooth, but you may not notice. But if you do notice, I noticed I added the tooth. I think I made the lips a bit too big, but I think it still looks good. So here I'm working on her forehead, getting in all the colors in, just fading it in, and that deep reflections that just fades in quite nicely. Some yellows because it's really bright, like a diamond. Yes. So yes, I am working on other side. Sorry, it's a bit cut off, but you get the gist. get the gist. And now I'm working on the other eyebrow on fleek. Yeah, you see. And getting in the brown so it doesn't look 2D, because black can be quite 2D, especially since it's such a solid color. Here I'm fading it out and just marking out the different facets that I could find on her upper eye, because there's so much detail. You can really get lost in the detail. So yeah, I did her lips. No, those are not her lips. I did the lips. I mean the other eyelash, and you can see now she's really coming through. I can see it now. And ooh, the brown for the brown skin girl, and the peaches, because the sun really did make it quite bright and really nice. Just adding it in, filling it in, and fading it in on those yellows. Oh my gosh, look how that pops. Oh yeah. I say yeah a lot. It's a habit. I don't even, yeah. You see? Anyways, I'm getting in the browns again, coming it out, because in the front it's quite, the light really hits in the front, and then it gives these darker shadows as the picture moves to the other side, and it's really cool. And then we just fading it in, creating the different, at this point I think it was at night and I was working on it and roughly getting in all the color, getting in all the dark shades. Sorry, it's cut off again, but you get the gist. And then I was working on it. Yes, I saw green. Don't ask me why. I saw green. Maybe it's the back, the wall, but I saw green, and for me it popped. It really popped, and I saw it, so please don't fight me. I saw green. So here we have the browns coming in as well. You can see the nice variation from light to dark, and the whites, and the peach, and fading. Oh yeah. So this is where I'm at, working on her shoulders, getting it in. Really nice browns that just flow in. The dark shadow that was underneath next to her chest, and these random lines just to guide the eye so that you can see that this is a body, this is shape, it has form, giving the neck nice dark shadows because it is under her chest. Hey boo, under her chest. No, under her chin, under her chin. And of course there's a dark shadow that's there. Now I'm trying to create this depth. You can almost see like a 3D kind of vibe that's created with the dark black under her chin, and then the browns that come in, and also behind her cheeks and underneath her ear. Yeah, so here I'm just coloring in and shaping out the ear so that I can see later on where the shadows are, so that I can create the colors that are needed to really pop the ear, because we have to hear the colors. On the ear. Yes, I tried to put poetic there. It didn't work. It sounded better in my head. Okay. So then we have the hair. The hair was not the easiest part to do, but I think it was actually the easiest, because at first I had to just create this dark solid color because her dreadlocks really were popping. They were really nice, quite a strong hairstyle, strong girl. And I created that, and it's black, all in. And I created the shadows, gray to give that three-dimensional depth. Yep. Yeah. and the neck to emphasize that jawline, and just brushing up on a few details so that it really looks realistic. Well, almost realistic. It's mostly abstract. Yes, so there's a grand appearance of really light and dark colors that you see here, because the ear needed to match the skin tone as well as to really come out. So the hair really helped that, because it's a dark, creating that chiaroscuro effect, the dark and light. We're using some peaches, black for the shadows, just getting it on in. Oh, this was my favorite part actually. I was kind of skeptical and worried that I wouldn't be able to get the ear, but then when I started, it was coming, and I was like, whoa, really? Is that me? Is this you, God? Is this you, God? And I just carried on, and it was just coming out, because it does just look like random lines and shapes going together, but when it comes together, man, it comes together. Oh my, oh yes. Then I started with the dreadlocks, just giving them a bit more depth, and so that it doesn't look like her hair is just flat, but instead it has frays and some points. I think I only used my hands to blend here, but mostly to shape I used my pencil crayon, this black one. Oh yeah, and then I realized that, whoa, didn't really give enough depth to her cheeks, so I went back there and just did things there, making things happen. 2021. And then also with the eyebrows, just making them more popping, as well as the shadows. And then at the end, bam, this is it. This is the product. Hope you liked it as much as I did. Copy, share, like and subscribe. Put on your notifications for your next joy giver. Stay fantastic, not plastic.